Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. So, during the expo, Maurice admits that he was a failure, and Marsau don't know what the world he's talking about, and neither does anybody else. Take a listen.
Your business comes along a lot of different challenges. Have you experienced any failures with your business? Everybody has challenges. It's how you meet those challenges. A lot of it is just kind of getting into the framework of this particular society that doesn't really like to let a lot of people in, especially not people of color.
Lessons get taught or lessons get bought. You always learn the lesson or you buy it till you learn it. I failed in every single business I've ever had. So run to the failure, learn from the failure, and take something with you.
Be okay with asking for help. It's okay to see someone who is where you want to be and be like, hey girl, how did you get there? We ain't competing with one another. We're inspiring each other. I want to be where you're at, and I don't care about telling you that, girl, you look good. Money will come. But if you're passionate about solving people's problems, you'll get much further than if you're always worried about how much money can I make. That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's right. Although I have some issues with how everything went down today, I gotta admit that it does feel really good to be able to share, a lot of the things that I've learned along my journey. And you touched on something with passion, because you want to make sure that you have passion in everything that you're doing.
So guys, we're going to open up for some Q&A. So if you guys have some questions or something like that, so.
When it comes to pitching and venture capitalists, when it comes to raising your funds, outside of just grants and things of that nature, do you have any experience in that? And do you have any advice for people who are navigating that territory?
VCs, I may be wrong, but I thought they operate more in tech field, but I'm just looking for just regular investors. And a lot of that is, getting the, am I answering your question right? You talk about pitch deck and how to raise capital, essentially?
You don't know what I'm saying. You don't know those lines.
Okay. What I've just experienced recently, and this is I have limited knowledge in that area, but what I've experienced, because everything else I got the muscle just 20% down everything.
Marsau's obviously stumbling and overextending himself as he attempts to answer the venture capital question. Hey Marsau, this pregnant lady right here, she understands what VC is.
What do you recommend, for new entrepreneurs who have limited funding and bad credit?
I started Credit One USA because I was actually affected by credit. I had very poor credit. As a matter of fact, I had a 406 credit score. So I wasn't getting anything. I wasn't getting a stick of bubble gum. So when I wasn't able to find solutions to the problem that I had, I figured that there was a niche. When you do your homework and you're out there and you're looking and see where as a business entrepreneur you can fill holes, it's opportunities like that. It was also birthed out of my own personal pain, so I had a different passion for it.
This was a great birth and
So, Marsau, what are you talking about? He has no clue as to what he's talking about, and he's like, I hope I answer your question. Why, if you don't know the answer to the question, then why not pass it to someone else that actually knows what the what the question is? Can he please just pass the mic? Why do he always have to do that? And he shows how dumb he is when he do that. He just rambles on. If you don't know, just say you don't know, and or you could have told the gentleman, let's talk afterwards or something. And I understand because y'all on a panel and you gotta answer questions, but Marsau, you don't know what you're talking about. And this is why people don't like you to talk, because all you do is ramble and talk in circles. Maurice, you talking about your credit was a 406. So so her question was, what advice do you have? And you talking about the birth of Credit One. But how did you get there? How did you arrive to the point where you were able to open up Credit One? You didn't just have a 406 credit score and you said, okay, well, you know what? I can't get nothing. Like you said, I can't get a piece of bubble gum. And you said, okay, well, you know what? Since they won't give it to me, I'll open up my own credit repair company. How did you get to that place? What did you do? What steps did you take? What happened? Did your wife come bail you out? What happened? People are looking for the ins, the outs, the in between. Not just, it was a birth of my personal experience. That may be true. That very well may be true. But how did you arrive at it? Both y'all are avoiding the question. Answer the question. Tisha and Stormy, I need y'all to take y'all own advice. Tisha, you talking about you don't mind telling somebody they look good and you want to be like them. No, you don't. You want to be like Melody. You have studied Melody, but you have never told her she looked good and you want to learn from her. When she tried to teach you the blueprint, you went and told Kimmy that, Mel talking about she can give me the blueprint or whatever. And Kimmy said, you can, you can basically make your own blueprint. So you was mad when Melody tried to give you the blueprint. You didn't even have to ask for it. She was trying to help you get the blueprint or make your own emulation of her blueprint. But no, you went running to Tisha because you didn't like Melody. And you knew Kimmy didn't like Melody. So you went running to Kimmy, telling her what all Mel said, and you talked yourself out of the blueprint. And you've been talking yourself out of getting the blueprint for a couple of years now. And now it seems like now you're trying to get back. Well, all of y'all, it seems like all of y'all are trying to get back in Mel's good graces because y'all missing that blueprint. Stormy, you talking about the don't worry about the money because the money will come. But y'all need to follow your own advice, you and Tisha, because Stormy, that's all you worried about is the money. All you doing is doing sale at the sale at the sale, but you're not stopping to make your business. You're not setting up good business practice. You're working with a skeleton crew. You at an expo instead of making sure a huge order get out by the deadline before you are hit with penalties. And you're arguing on the expo floor about some labels, over 100 labels that are misplaced. Y'all don't have, you don't have extra. You didn't have enough business sense to go and to make sure that the order was done ahead of time, shipped out ahead of time, or anything. So apparently that's all you worried about is the money, because you don't have good business practice. And it's like, don't let what is the saying? Don't let the money make you, you make the money. And you're doing the total opposite. You're letting the money make you instead of you making the money, because you're not following anything that you said. What you said up on that stage is true. If you're doing good business practice, the money will come, but you're doing the total opposite of what you said. None of y'all now, Kimmy, yes, what she stated about, it's hard for Black businesses to get into, certain margins, but everybody else, I'm like, no, they full of crap. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.